Okay, cool. It has now been more than a week since season 5 of Stranger Things has dropped. And last week I did a video on ranking different villains on their chances of beating Vecna. And you lot seem to really like the video, and I genuinely appreciate all the support from that video. That video went crazy. I appreciate all your comments and even the funny memes that came from that video. So yeah, I thought I just had to do another one this week. And I thought, why not do another ranking video, but this time on 11. Now for Vecna I did villains, so I thought for 11, why not do teenagers / kids who know how to fight or has powers. So yeah, as you can see here, these are the selection of random teenagers / kids who I think could go up against 11. And the tiers I have are pretty simple. I have got 11 wins, which is self-explanatory. 11 would win, would smoke them. Next up, I got 50-50, meaning it could go either way depending on the situation, or I'm not too sure what would happen. And finally, I've got 11 losers. Again, pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, and just to clarify, this video is based on my knowledge of 11 and these other characters right here. So if I do make any type of mistake or you don't agree with my takes, please correct me in the comments below. And yeah, enough yapping, let's just get into it. Okay, cool. Starting off, we have got Wednesday Addams. Now, this is a pretty popular debate I feel like a lot of people have online. Wednesday versus 11. Now, if you're not too sure about 11's powers, 11 has quite a range of abilities that come from her one ability, if that makes sense. Her main primary ability is her telekinesis, obviously quite famous. But she can also read minds, get into people's heads, she could snap your neck just by looking at you, she could crush your brain, control portals, see your memories. Like, there's a whole lot that she can do. There's probably more that I'm missing, so yeah. And for Wednesday Addams, her powers are also psychic, however not on the level of 11. Wednesday's powers that I know from watching the show is, if she ever makes physical contact with someone, she can either see their future or their past. But that to me is not what she's going to use to fight 11. Wednesday is also a very smart individual. She's very clever and she's also a very good fighter. She's very good with her combat. Now, with prep time, Wednesday Addams could think of a strategic plan to take down 11. However, I don't think that would work, as the people she faced during Season 2, she was getting kind of smoked. She was nearly losing in Season 2 to people who have similar abilities to 11. So yeah, I can't lie, even with her prep time, I do think Wednesday Addams would lose. So I can't lie, 11 would win. Next up, I've got Dash from Incredibles. Now, the speedster, his speed is crazy. Although not that crazy, I'm pretty sure he can only go like a couple 100 miles per hour. And from watching the show, for some reason, I feel like 11 has crazy reflexes. It can't just be me. Whenever she's attacked by the Mind Flayer or if Vecna throws any objects towards her, she manages to catch it. Like, her reflexes are pretty good, I can't lie. However, can she see Dash coming at her at 300 miles per hour? I'm not too sure. But I do think 11 would beat Dash if it came to it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But I do think 11 would beat Dash. Like, although Dash is pretty fast, I do feel like if 11 just sees Dash, she can just snap his neck pretty quickly, I can't lie. Or, not even that, just pick up Dash from the floor. I'm pretty sure Dash cannot use his speed floating in the air. So I can't lie, I do think 11 would beat Dash. Let me know what you think. Next up, I have got Oliver from Invincible. Now, I can't lie, this is not fair at all. 11 would get absolutely smoked. 11 would lose. Oliver is pretty much a mini version of Invincible and Omni-Man. He's basically Superman in a little boy's body. Like, yeah, I can't lie, 11 would have no chance whatsoever. And talk about speed from Dash, I can't lie, Oliver is a lot faster than Dash. So I can't lie, yeah, 11 would lose. Next up, we have got Arya Stark. Now, I can't lie, 11 would win. I'm sorry, Arya. Similar to Wednesday, Arya does know how to fight. She's very good with a sword. She's very stealthy after her training with the faceless people. And yeah, I can't lie, she is just a normal human. She doesn't actually have any special abilities. So that does also give 11 the extra edge, in my opinion. So yeah, 11 can just snap her neck or just crush her brain. Pretty simple, in my opinion. Okay, next up we have got Will Byers. Now, Will Byers in this season has stepped up significantly. Before, I don't know what they were doing with his character. He was just there, but now they gave him a bit of a purpose this season, and he was actually pretty cool, I can't lie. However, I have seen a lot of people debating who would win, Will or 11, Now, I'm pretty sure 11 is more powerful than Will, considering Will only gets his powers from the hive mind. I might be wrong, but yeah. Whereas 11 actually just has her abilities. It's in her blood. It's in her genetics type thing. So yeah, I can't lie. Will's abilities, from what we've seen, he can mainly control the Demogorgons. Like, he has only the control of the Upside Down. Now, if it was just those two fighting against each other, I do think 11 would win, as all 11 would pretty much need to do is just snap his neck or crush his head, or 11 could just go into the bathtub or just sit down like blindfolded and go into Will's head and attack him mentally or psychically, whatever you want to call it, from there. So I can't lie, I do think 11 would beat Will. I might be wrong there, but yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Next up, I have got Ben 10, and this one is his teenage form, which is the Alien Force one. And I can't lie, I do think 11 would get absolutely smoked. Now, that's whether or not Ben is actually quick enough to get to his aliens and pick the right aliens. Now, let's just exclude aliens like Way Big or Alien X, like the big hitters, like the ones he gets later on. Let's not include those, otherwise that would just be too overkill. Now, if Ben here can pick someone like Echo Echo or Brainstorm, I'm pretty sure those two are in Alien Force. If he picks those two, he could absolutely decimate 11. Because as we've now seen, 11 can actually be weakened by a specific frequency like sound. And if Ben can get Echo Echo to get that same frequency, he could be onto a winner. So yeah. And I can't lie, Brainstorm, we all know, is very powerful with his psychic abilities, which I do think are more powerful than 11's. So yeah, 11 will get absolutely smoked by Ben 10. The only slight chance 11 has is if Ben 10 is too slow with the watch, but I doubt that will happen. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure the Omnitrix does have a failsafe to keep Ben 10 alive. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, can't lie, Ben 10 would smoke 11. Yeah. Next up, we have got Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. Now, this one here is the XYZ, I'm pretty sure, of Ash. And I can't lie, it has been a long time since I watched XYZ. So I can't lie, I can't exactly remember all the Pokemon he has in XYZ. The only one I remember quite well is Greninja. And from what I remember, he was cold. He was like a ninja water type of Pokemon, who I think would put 11 in the bin. And also, I do know Ash does have Pikachu, and Pikachu could just electrocute 11 pretty quickly. So yeah, I can't lie, I do think 11 would lose against Ash Ketchum. Next up, I have got Violet from The Incredibles, Dash's older sister. Now, Violet's powers are pretty similar to Invisible Woman's, where she can literally turn invisible, create force fields, blast her force fields at people, and stuff like that. Now, I can't lie, if it was like a one-on-one type of situation, I do think 11 would win. If she's quick enough, just snap Violet's neck or crush her brain like I said earlier. However, although Violet could just go invisible and just sneak around 11 and just knock her on the side of the head, knock her out. So I can't lie, one-on-one could be 50-50. However, if both of them have prep time, I do also think it's another 50-50 situation. I do think 11 would win, because all 11 would have to do is just go somewhere quiet, blindfold herself, and just get into Violet's head and just attack her psychically. Oh, I do change my mind actually, I can't lie. I do think Violet would beat her if it was one-on-one, as 11 does actually have to look at Violet to snap her neck or lift her up, stuff like that. So I won't lie, I'm going to put 50-50. Let me know what you think in the comments below on this right here. Next up, I have got Hope Mikaelson. Now, if you don't know who she is, she's from the Vampire Diaries /Original /Legacies. And yeah, she's pretty overpowered. She's literally one of the most powerful beings in the whole universe, as she is literally a third vampire, a third werewolf, and a third witch. I can't lie, if you do know Hope Mikaelson, you'll know Hope Mikaelson would absolutely smoke 11. Like, if it came to physically or psychically, mentally, whatever you want to do, I do think Hope would win on all fronts, especially if it was a one-on-one competition, as her super speed is crazy and she's pretty much a master on magic. So yeah, I can't lie, 11 would get absolutely smoked. Next up, I have got, I think his name is 5 from Umbrella Academy. Now, the only reason this character is in here is because I saw a lot of people comparing 11 to this person, and I've never actually properly watched Umbrella Academy. I probably watched the first 2 episodes. So yeah, from what I read online and from what I've seen from the TV show, I'm pretty sure he can teleport. He has teleportation abilities, and he's like an assassin. So from that alone, I might be wrong here, but from that alone, that already sounds quite powerful. And yeah, I won't lie, I do think 11 would get absolutely smoked. If this person, all he needs to do is just teleport and just stab her. Done. Can't lie, that sounds pretty simple. So yeah. Now for the final one, I have got X-23. And yeah, I can't lie, I don't see a world where 11 would actually win. As, I mean, she's literally a female version of Wolverine. A female version of Wolverine. I'm pretty sure she has very crazy regeneration. So no matter what 11 does to her, she can probably just heal back. And, I mean, X-23's ferocity is crazy. She would literally just get mad and just start slashing 11 up into pieces. So, yeah, I can't lie. 11 would get smoked by X-23. So yeah, these have been my rankings on these kids/teenagers' chances of beating 11. Let me know what you lot think in the comments below. And if you do disagree with me, let me know where you would put a certain character. And yeah.